Hello, everybody. Welcome,
Hello.
welcome to this session of Ragnarals. As most of you can see, there's been some shuffling about, and there's a good reason for that. Our dearest friend and DM, Matt, has just become father of two sons. His wife has given birth to twins. How many days ago, Matt? 2?
It's 2 days ago.
Yeah. Many congratulations from all of us.
Thank you.
All right. So, due to these hard to plan in circumstances, I will be stepping in as DM today with a short one shot set in Matt's world of Thalgar in another time frame. This little adventure will be played roughly 30 years after the establishment of Ashvale. That is to say, approximately 170 years before the events of our main characters. And so, I've had the players create characters for this particular one shot. And Saoirse, won't you introduce your character, please?
Yes. I am playing Daisy. She is a druid and she has a sibling that is in our group that maybe can continue.
Yeah, the sibling is Aster, and we are part of the second generation in Ashvale, um, wanting to continue to keep the town safe and away from harm.
All right. And then we'll go over to Dio.
Yep. Today I will be playing Trip Sawyer, a former farmer turned monster hunter.
All right. That's cool. And Matt, as a player, what are you decided to play?
I'm going for a monk called Halrond. He comes from the north, so you will hear it in his accent.
All right. Looking forward to that. So, Josephine, what have
Yes,
you cooked up?
I am going to play the wild magic sorcerer Pinky.
Cool. And last but not least, Genevieve, what are you
I
going
am.
to?
Thank you. I am playing Ratsy, the human rogue. She's a skinny little person who honestly just looks a bit like a rat, hence the nickname. Or actual name. Yeah.
Very nice. So, I set the stage for the players, since we're only 30 years into the establishment of Ashvale. We're all playing as humans, because we're the second generation of Felspirans that's living in the area. And so, without much further ado, we'll step into the game, I think.
Yep.
You guys have just finished your initiation and are now an actual part of the Ashborn Unchained Guild. That means you've completed your initiation quest with the Silver Thorn Blooms and have already done a few things to help the villagers, securing your, rookie rank within the guild. And so you've met up with Master Hunter. Let's see if I can find his name here. Hawkswatch, who is your contact. He's a very old human who's been with the guild basically from the start. And you have a appointment with him in his quarters within the guild halls. And we're starting the game as you're entering Ashvale from a short trip where you have defeated some skeletons. And the scene is yours.
I look over to Pinky. I give you a stern look. Now remember to talk very politely when you talk to this man, okay?
Hey, Y'all just gotta chill for a second. It's not like I do not talk politely. I think I'm pretty
Why?
nice. Pretty
Yes,
nice.
you may be nice, but you are also a kind of a wild card.
What do you mean I'm a wild card? Come on.
That's so true. Like, I don't know how you turned that one skeleton into like a potted plant, but
Well, y'all
did you do
see.
that on purpose actually, or
Nah, I
was it
just
just
wiggle my
luck?
fingers and things happen. You know, it's how it goes.
You
So
should at
cool.
least should at least have given him some water afterwards.
Well,
Didn't you Esther bring him home? I think I saw you stuffed him in your backpack.
did
I
you
think-
did you
Oh.
bring him?
Yeah.
He
Oh.
No comment.
He totally did. He totally did.
I smiled behind him because I was the one who put the plant in his backpack. I'm just slightly like peeking out, and he doesn't know, and I'm like, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up.
I turn one skeleton into a plant and you all start going crazy. I don't understand what I have to do.
It's life, you know.
It's nice, you know?
you
Is he
should
gonna
learn.
stay that way forever?
Probably, yeah.
You should learn to control your magic.
Hey, if I knew how to control my magic, I would have had some, you know, ways to figure everything out. But I don't. I have no way of knowing anything, really.
Listen, if I ever die and turn into a skeleton, I would much rather be a plant. You're technically more alive when you're a plant than when you're a skeleton, and it's good for the earth.
See, it's even better. You know, I just saved a life.
I guess Daisy
You
has a
made
point.
life.
I created life.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of beautiful, you know?
Yeah.
All right. So you arrive at the guild hall, and you enter, and there's people milling about inside. There's been some redecorations done lately, and carpenters and masons are milling about, cleaning up their tools and their surplus materials, and exiting as you enter. And you know very well where Hogswatch office is, which is the first office upstairs. And so you knock on the door and you hear a gentle, "Come in!"
Hiya.
There you are. I trust your mission went well.
Well, of course.
Super great.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear. And might I also, again, congratulate you on your initiation into the guild. I hear the feast was pleasurable.
Peace was pretty good.
Ah, very good, very good. Let's see. I actually have already a new mission for you guys. But before we go into the details, I'm very appreciative that you lot have come under my wings. There are now, as you are members of the guild, there are a few things of our recent history that you really should know. As you know from visiting the the old site, is that our founders had an ideology of how this guild should operate and how we should respect the area that we're in. And in recent times, there have been, let's say, those who have joined that are not of the same values as we so appreciate here. As a matter of fact, the fact that you are original Felspirans is a thing that I'm hoping will bring honor back to the guild again. Because unbeknownst to most of the people in Ashvale, rumors have hit Felspire that we are turning into a mercenary guild.
Hmm.
Because there are people who have joined that value gold over honor, and therefore they solve their tasks in ways that, well, it's profitable for them, but causes a bad reputation for us. And so I hope, with your group especially, that you can bring honor back into our ranks and go forth as a good example of how things are supposed to get done. Oh, as you know, I was there when it all started. I was a carpenter back then. Did a whole lot of work on this hall. But we had to
Well,
redo it because we know very well what this area can do to one's mind. The wildlands can offer a whole series and various effects on one's being if you're not prepared. And the event that transpired 30 years ago was,
Yes, 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 yes. We know all that. We'd heard it 1,000 times before.
oh, but it's good because it makes it so much more important that you understand. There, one of the things that happened recently is, as you know, there was a rogue ogre who went berserk in the outskirts of Ashvale, and one of our teams went to investigate what might have happened, and they found out why. Mm, An older group called the Scorchers, who had been operating for Ashvale Unchained for a couple of years now, turns out they have a knack for torturing their victims. And so when they followed the trail of the rampaged ogre, they found that his village was not only slaughtered but also tortured. Now we condone violence to a sense, but not the unnecessary torture variant, because that is really unnecessary. Now
Mm.
there's one thing about that group that you should know. They are, right after they came back, they left and they stole the artifact that they were supposed to bring back, which we only had in our possession for a couple of days, but our scholars think it might actually be a artifact of great power. It's a necklace with rubies on them. Uh, with that said, this is not the missions for you today, but I urge you to keep your eyes open in case you encounter them, because they are dangerous and they seem to have put a sort of hatred stamp on our guild these days. But
mm,
d-
Mm.
that aside, they haven't been seen for at least 2 years now. So, um, with that out of the way, the quest, yes. Um, there's an old there's a farming community on the road towards Felspire. It's in the uh, Lush Tail Hollow. Um, but they last year they reported that they had trouble growing their crops, and this year it's worse. And they suggest foul play is at work, because it's unnatural for land to desert up this fast. And so this is your quest, simply to go and investigate amongst the farmers and see what you can find out, and if there are any ways to help them, because winter is coming and we need all the food we can get. Um, we are supplied for this year, but the crops that won't grow now, they won't supply us the next year when, and as long as the mithril is flowing towards Felspire, we get our provisions. But it's nice to be self-sustained. It's our goal after all, and it's been 30 years, and we should already be there. So, um, when you get to the small community, it's called Lush Meadow. Seek out the mini mayor, as we like to call him, Gottfried. He's not a mayor, but he's sort of the head of the little community there. Do you have any questions?
Mm.
that was a lot of words, and I love listening to you talk. I will do my best to remember everything you just said. She doesn't remember anything. She was trying.
A
No,
small
she's not good at
mayor,
it.
a necklace of rubies, and plant. That's what I heard.
Well, about the necklace, the artifact as its base stand is with a group called the Scorchers. They haven't been seen for a very long while, but should you encounter them, there's this guy. He's an elf, and half his face is scorched. It's very recognizable. Um,
Do you
should you?
know? Do you know how he got scorched?
No, actually, I don't.
Most certainly was a sorcerer.
Oh,
Listen
probably.
here, just because I'm a little unhinged doesn't mean that you have to assume that all sorcerer, which I don't know if any other sorcerer actually exists, you know,
My point.
hey, don't give me
Hey.
that. Don't give me that look. Come on.
Now
Are you
listen
guys
here, little lady.
flirting?
Where were you 14 days ago? Did you scorch some poor guy's head?
Oh, it's been scorched for a much longer time than 14 days.
See?
Okay,
See?
you're off the hook this time.
I would like to make an inside check because I'm now wondering if these guys are flirting.
They definitely
Really?
are.
Yeah,
I
if you want to
sense
make
it. I'm like,
if you want to make a check, the one of you who is flirting should make a persuasion check, and the other one is making a deception check or something, and it's an opposed check. in
Never
that
heard
case.
about flirt checks before. I like it.
Do I have to roll twice?
I
Where is
think
my die?
I think I'm rolling against you.
Okay. I lost my dice.
Should I roll something?
Are you participating in flirting?
I'm gonna roll on the webpage because I lost my d20 somewhere. To everyone.
You roll a realization check to see if you
I
realize
got
you're
a
being
nat
flirted.
Yeah.
20.
To realize if it's like if it's sounding flirty.
I got a nat 20. I know your deepest, darkest secrets, baby. Plus,
Yeah, unless Halloran
plus 4.
is rolling a d20 natural himself.
What
I
was
have plus 4.
It doesn't matter. I got a 9.
So
I got a 3 on my perception roll, so I do not realize that I am, coming off a little, I hate you but I love you kind of vibes. I do not know that.
yeah, so with this little roll off, Daisy would know if you, Halloran, were flirting or not.
No, Halrod is he's really concerned that Pinky is up to no good, and
I'm disappointed.
he kind of dislikes that she doesn't have control because discipline is everything.
But you also realize that, like, from Pinky's side, she's just
And
like
Mr.
having
Lovers.
fun bantering with this guy. Enemies to lovers.
There you go, Daisy. There you have your the results of your roll.
I feel disappointed, but I don't say anything.
It's very nice that the first roll of the day is a nat 20, though.
Yeah.
It's promising.
All right. So, without further ado, unless you like to stick around, we'll put you guys on the road on your way to Lush Tail Hollows.
Before we go, I turn to the Master Hunter and I say, on behalf of the Vanquishers, to prove that we don't fight for gold, we will donate everything we earn from this adventure to the guild.
Sorry,
And
we will.
And I close the door.
Oh, and actually,
I have
with
bills
those
to
words,
pay.
Hogswatch follows you.
Hmm?
Oh, I knew it! he says, and he's holding a small chest in his hand, which he hands to you.
Okay.
These belong to the part of the guild that ran away. We didn't really know what to do with it. We've seen the content, of course, but we decided to give them on to donate them to someone who's worthy. And with those words you just said, we trust you. Inside that chest are 3 potions of healing, a potion of holy water, or a flask of holy water, and a spell scroll. And if you, Matt, would like to give me a D10 roll, I'll name the spell that's on it.
E10, that's 6.
6. So it's a spell scroll of a sleep spell cast at 2nd level.
All right.
That's the contents of the chest that he gives you.
All right.
Rat looks disappointed.
May the 9 be with you, and, from ash we rise.
In flames you stand.
All right. So you're on your way. It's about a day's travel to Lush Tail Hollows, which would be west towards Fellspire.
All right.
All right. So, is there anything particular you would like to do or talk about on your trails?
We should perhaps get an arrangement going here on who's taking what.
Yep.
I'm kind of tempted to use the potion of holy water on Pinky.
Hey,
Uh,
hey, hey.
I don't think that would help.
You don't
Or
talk to ladies
maybe we
like that.
could finally water the plant.
Yeah.
Do you think the plant then will die?
I don't think we should
It used to be undead, I think.
I would like to check the plant. Is it technically an undead or is it a normal plant? Just a fucking, I don't know, nature check? Can I do that? Maybe? As a druid, I want to make sure it's okay.
What about if we should maybe save it for all the other plants that are struggling out in the village? Like, I know cheese doesn't grow on trees, but what if the cows that we make the cheese out of are starving because they don't have plants and there's no cheese? Like, what are you gonna do? Maybe we should save it.
Yeah. I think actually Trip should take 1 healing potion at least.
I don't think I need a healing
Okay.
potion.
Yeah.
Are you rolling something for the potted plants, you say?
Yeah, I want to do a nature check to see if it is literally just a plant or if it is not just a plant.
Yeah, roll.
The dirty 20.
What?
My God!
What
As
the
far as you can
Here's
tell,
some for the rest of us.
as
It's
far
a
as you can
dirty
tell,
one.
Daisy, it's a potted plant.
It's just a nice potted plant that randomly landed in my brother's backpack, you guys.
Wait, what?
Yeah, isn't it nice? It's from Pinky. She
Good.
made it for you. You know.
Pinky, you gave me a flower?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess I did.
Oh, nice.
Did y'all like it?
Oh, yeah. Can't really dislike a flower.
I suppose not.
I taught him well.
I mean, if any of you don't mind, I think I could take that. And then she's pointing to the scroll.
I think that's a great idea.
I don't
I'm-
need it.
I'm gonna.
What was
I
the scroll again?
I assume that I'm holding the scroll
You're
since I
holding the
got.
chest, yeah.
So I'm gonna do a sleight of hand to see if I can make it disappear. And if I'm
What was
successful,
the
I'm
scroll?
scroll
Sleep
of sleep.
spell.
Can
Oh,
I
sleep.
do?
Okay.
Can I do
Second level.
like a perception check against it?
Yeah, it would be a perception
Yeah.
perception check, and the DC would be the roll of sleight of hand.
Gonna be really hard to beat that one.
Okay. What did you roll?
I rolled a 2, so that's a 5.
Oh, I rolled a 16, so that's an 18.
Really
Okay, so
anti-Daisy.
As you point to the scroll, you see Halron tries to do something flashy and something with his hand, and he kind of just drops the scroll down to his knees, no feet.
And
And
Pinky will pick it up, and she'll be like, "Thanks, buddy. That was a nice dance you did there."
Oh,
You
Alright.
literally just do like.
I shipped them.
Yeah,
I shipped them.
here we go again.
Ay.
I
Scroll.
can take one of the health potions if we need to distribute them anyway.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't really need anything. I can heal. Well, actually, maybe I can heal other people, but I can't heal myself, I guess.
Technically, you can, but
Technically.
I'm gonna keep 2 of the healing potions and the holy water potion.
all right.
You go
Uh,
ahead and do that.
Small Maida, I would like all of you to give me your passive perceptions, please. That's all right.
12.
10.
15.
Whoa. All right.
15 for the monk. I didn't get yours, Trip.
10.
10. All right. Ratsy,
12.
12. And then there's Aster,
12.
12. And Daisy,
16.
16. That's a wise character right there. All right. So as you trail along, you, Daisy, with a passive perception of 16, you notice a couple of feet off into the bushes just beside the trail. Something that looks like a small stash or a cache, if you may,
Mhm.
which you are allowed to go and investigate if you want.
100% because they're laying on top of the bushes and crushing them. So I'm gonna go over, and I'm gonna complain about how messy it is as I walk over.
Yeah, it's
Mm.
it's when you get a little bit closer, you see there's a barrel halfly, it's an attempt to hide it, but it's not a good attempt. And there's a wooden barrel lying there.
Oh, is it like it's closed, right? Or is it the
Yeah.
one like there's no lid on it?
There's a lid on it and it's closed.
Oh. Trip, would you mind opening this for me?
What do you need opened?
This. I hold it. Well, I don't lift it. I'm just gonna like hold it as it stands, right? Like this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Trip is going to walk over there and. What type of lock is it?
There's no lock. There's just the iron band around the top. So if you loosen it, it will widen a little bit, so you can pull the lid off.
Yeah, that is 100% what he's going to do. Is trying to rip it from both sides.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So as you do, you lift it up and you just tear the rings off, and it falls to the ground, and the contents spill out on the ground. And among a few coins, and there are 3 leather bags. Two of them are quite large, and there's a small one.
Bags.
Yeah.
What do you need bags for?
Carrying things like
So
food.
why'd you
Is
put
there
them
food
in
there?
here?
Where?
I don't know yet. I want to empty the contents out. Just
Uh,
pour them out.
What bag do you start with?
Ooh, let's do one of the big ones.
So when you pick up the big one and start opening it, there's sort of a green tentacle like this coming out of it, and it lashes at your face.
Watch out!
And you may all roll initiatives.
I was like, oh, it's a little creature. That was my
I mean,
thought
it is.
process
A
as it
green
landed
creature.
on my face. Yeah, you know,
Could be.
yeah, could be cute. Not. Oh
Could be
shit!
attached to a kitten.
My good rolls are over, everyone.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
my bad rolls are also over.
We
The
switched.
universe balanced itself.
Let's see. Daisy, your initiative, please.
Not 1 + 2.
Oh, so that's the 3.
3.
Nice.
Good.
Uh,
Yeah.
And Aster,
16.
I'm trying out a new combat tracker. It's looking actually kind of nice. Trip, what's your initiative?
That's a 12.
That's a 12. All right. And then there's Halrond,
22.
22.
Woo.
Quick as a monk.
Yes.
And Pinky,
11.
11. Nice.
11.
And Genevieve,
14.
or Ratsy,
Ratsy.
it was, again, please,
14.
14. All right. Then I think I can press play.
Nice.
Oh yeah, no. Let's see.
And once again, we have some technical difficulties in.
Yeah, because I'm trying something new. Oh, not 20 for that one. Nice. Let's see, can I
Ratsy, quick as a whip, just whips her daggers up and like stands ready with them. She didn't make it all the way to the bag.
I mean, Pinky is probably looking the other direction as this is happening.
Doesn't even notice.
That means it's actually Halron to go first. You know, the tentacle was so slow exiting the bag that you are not surprised for this round.
All right. How far away am I? Would you say?
I'm guessing that you didn't follow her off the road, and I only said a couple of feet, so let's say 15 feet away.
All right. Then I will move up beside Daisy, and I'll punch the bag.
Please punch the bag.
So that's an 18.
Now that's a hit.
And that's 3 damage. Bludgeoning
3
damage. And I would
Yeah.
like to use Flurry of Blows as well.
Yeah,
So that's 2 more attacks.
yeah,
And that's a 15.
that's a hit.
6 damage.
Yeah,
And at 22 on the last one.
that's a hit.
And on the last hit, you can see that Halron's hand is starting to flicker a little bit with some black kind of magic.
Ooh.
And I will punch him, and he will receive 7 necrotic damage.
Yeah. You realize with your quick punches that the two first ones are they they connect and they do damage, but it's sort of ineffective because it's all jello-y. It's like punching water. It's hard to But the last one connects very well, and you can feel its full effects.
Nice.
Let's see, so that's all right. Then it's that bag of jelly's turn. So what it's gonna do? It was moving for Daisy's face, so that's what it's gonna do. And it's gonna attack you with its little tentacle thingy. And that's a 11 to hit. That's a miss. It's gonna hit you again for 15.
That's a miss.
That's a miss. So it's kind of just whipping out of the bag there.
It's because I think it's cute still. Wonder how long it'll last.
Very nice. Let's see. Can I do like this? Well, it's Aster's turn then, I think.
I will take up my sword in one hand and my dagger in another, run forth and try to hit and slice the tentacle, not the bag.
All right.
And as I do, I say, "Hey, only I can slap my sister."
Sure.
That's a
I'll fight you
12
back.
and 11 to hit.
Both are hits.
Okay,
Poison.
let's see. So that's 1d6 and 1d4. 7, 10, 13 damage.
In total.
In total.
Yeah.
And if you need a damage type, it's... Or, yeah, like, if it's slashing or piercing.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. It's 7 slashing and 6 piercing.
It's very effective, and you cut off a piece of the tendrils that's sticking out of the bag, and you puncture the other, and the attack feels effective to you. All right. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
No, I'm happy with that.
All right. Then it's Ratsy. As it stands now, while Daisy is holding the bag and the two gentlemen has, flanked the creature, sort of, it's very hard for you to get a position within 5 feet where you can attack. It's sort of being crowded around that little area now.
Also from above as well as below.
Well, use your imagination and we'll see what we can do.
Is there a tree or something? There were bushes nearby, but is there like a tree?
Yeah.
Can she like dart up a tree and sort of jump from it and like just stab it from up?
The problem, I think, is there's no, free 5-foot square within range that you can land on and end your turn. You can end your turn within the enemy square, but that won't end good for you.
Okay.
Throw it.
I could throw it. Yeah, you know what? I'll throw it. I'll try to throw a dagger, please.
Don't
Yeah.
miss. Too bad.
I'll certainly do my absolutely very best.
All right.
Okay. So far, so good. It's a 21.
That's a hit.
Cool. And a 7. 7 piercing damage.
All right.
Like, oh, this is an advantage, isn't it? Because they're close.
Yeah, probably for you it would be an advantage.
Because I'm awesome like that, so it's an extra 9. It's been such a long time since I played the rogue. But yeah, that's it.
Yeah, but do you want to use a sneak attack option on that?
Yeah,
You're a rogue,
that's the 9 extra.
That's a 9 extra.
Mhm.
All right.
So 7 plus a 9.
So then, the dagger swamps into the bag and sticks into the creature, and the creature's tendrils stop wiggling. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
No, that's it. I'll share.
Yeah.
On the sidelines.
Then we'll go over to Trip, who's noticing that the other big bag is also starting to, wrestle.
Yeah, seeing how this previous bag came to life, Trip is going to walk over, bring in his big axe, his great axe, to the front, and just landing that straight down on the bag on the floor, the one closest to him, whichever that might be.
Yeah, it's the other big bag that's starting to move, that's closest to you.
All right, so he's going to do that. Roll an attack, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Boom! That's going to be 17 to hit.
That's a hit.
Beautiful. For 13 damage.
Slashing?
Slashing, yeah.
Yeah. Nice. It's a good hit. Just as your axe comes down, a couple of, tendrils starts crawling out, and you chop him right off. The creature recoils inside the bag, giving off a little sound.
How close is the other bag?
The other smaller bag are under the feet of Daisy, who is within 10 feet of you.
10 feet. Okay. In that case, never mind.
Yeah.
I will. If this first bag seems to not be moving, I will make using my movement to get to the next bag.
Oh, the first bag you hit it hasn't stopped moving yet. It's making.
Just a tendril is okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. In that case, I will be standing right over that shit.
All right. Then it's Pinky.
Pinky's gonna scream when she finally managed to turn, and
Don't do it.
look around. She's going to scream, "Which one do I hit? Which one do I hit?" And confused at which one to hit, she's just
Not
gonna
the
start
one directly under me, please.
she's just gonna start wiggling her fingers, and I'm gonna
Oh
roll
my
for
God.
which one I'll hit.
Am I gonna die?
Yes.
That is the
Let's
bag
go.
next to Trip. So yeah. And then you can see kind of like as she's wiggling her fingers, there's this like burst of energy that is coming through. And I'm gonna try to hit the bag next to Trip. Does a 17 hit?
It does.
Great, then I'm gonna roll for what kind of damage it's gonna do. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh yeah, that's the Sorcerer's Burst cantrip, is it?
Correct.
Yeah.
That will be a poison,
All right.
and it's gonna be 6 poison damage.
Well, you don't
Poison that
feel that
bag.
the poison really has any effect on the creature. It simply makes a sizzling sound, but it doesn't seem to, penetrate or do anything to the jelly that's inside.
All right. And then
Is there
I kind of want to move a little away, so I'm standing like 50 feet away, sort of, from the situation. 40, 50 feet.
Oh, by the way, since you're playing the Wild Magic Sorcerer,
Yes, I will roll. Wait, do I roll for
Yeah.
cantrips?
not really. You can roll. you know best what your character says about the rolling, but if I deem it, necessary,
Yeah.
I'll force roll it for you.
Yeah.
And there's another thing I would like to ask is, do you want to use the standard D20 table, or do you want to use my D100 table?
I would love to use your D100 table.
All right. I'll put it up.
He says unknowingly.
Yeah.
And times the fun.
Hey, embrace the chaos, guys.
Yeah.
Indeed, indeed.
That is
So-
a good motto.
Hallelujah.
That's your turn then, Daisy. Thank you.
Yeah, just shoot the poison burst and then move so I'm like the furthest away, like within like 50 feet, I'd say.
Yeah.
From them
You-
both.
You have 30 feet of movement.
Yeah.
That gives you a distance of about 40 feet
Okay, perfect.
from the commotion. Well, let's do the bag on the ground at Trip's feet then. It recognizes you as a threat, and two new tendrils lash out and tries to, wiggle their way around your feet. Let's see if they hit. That's a 18 plus, so that's a 21.
Yeah.
All right. That means that I'm gonna do some damage to you, first of all. That is 7 acid damage.
Alright.
And if you are a medium or smaller creature, you have now the grappled condition.
Interesting.
And ability checks made to escape this grapple have disadvantage. And he's gonna try and burn your feet again with his other pseudopod with a 16 to hit.
Yep, it's
Ooh, nice. That's 11 acid damage for you, my friend.
all right. Guys, this burns.
Nice. That's its turn. So we're up top of the round to Halrond.
What about
Yeah.
me?
Oh, I'm sorry, Daisy.
I am lost, so
You're-
no
you're-
stress.
Yeah, you're actually up first now.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
last of the round, so
What? The one that was like coming at me, that one's dead.
yeah, you're standing with a heavy but sort of empty bag in your hand. It's not empty, it's like goo down there, but it's unmoving goo.
And the one that's under my feet, that one is just chilling.
It hasn't done anything yet.
I put the goo down, and it's disgusting. I like wipe it off my hands because it's getting kind of splattered a bit. And I ignore the other shit because I have my own stuff going on. And I open the little bag. And I just like just peeking. I just want to see if there is something bad that jumps at me.
It's a use object interaction,
Yeah.
which is an action.
Yeah,
And
I know. I accept it.
inside the smaller bag, there are 4 short swords and 4 daggers. One of the dagger looks a little better than the other 3.
Okay, I'd put it back down because I'm not gonna do that in the middle of a fight. And I just for pure roleplay, I start giving the slime a little burial while the others are killing the other one. I like, oh, back to earth you go. I like dig a little hole. It's pure roleplay, and that's my round. That's what I wanted to do. I don't do anything.
Yeah. While that's happening, Halron, you watch in shock, I believe, as this is transpiring, and while Trip is having his feet burned off.
I'll look over to Daisy, and we need to talk afterwards, because this is not how you do battle.
Listen, we can agree on priorities later. This thing died first, therefore it is first. I'll fix his legs later. And I keep giving it a burial.
Halron just shakes his head, and I'll run over to Trip and start hitting on the bag again.
All right.
So the first one is a 12.
That's a hit.
Okay. That's 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna use another key point for some flurry of blows.
All right.
That's an 8.
To hit.
Yep.
That's a hit.
What?
It's a bag. It's not that hard.
Okay, so that's 5 bludgeoning.
All right.
And on the second one, does a 7 hit?
No, I'm afraid it doesn't.
It's a bag.
It is.
It's like when the last fist is coming down. Trip moves his feet and drags it a little bit, so you hit the ground.
It
And
burns.
gravel.
It burns.
Yeah, gravel goes everywhere. Anything else you want to do with your turn, Aster? No, Halrond. I'm sorry.
Does Trip look damaged? Are you bleeding?
Is it an actual burn, or is it the acid that feels like burning?
Well, the acid is leaving sort of bills in your skin, so
Yes.
it's a burning sensation for sure.
Yeah, so you would see large boils popping up around where the tentacle is building around.
It's gonna stay.
So in other words, he's fine.
Yeah,
That's
he's
my
not
turn.
complaining.
It's like being touched
He
by a
was.
Just
jellyfish.
was. It burned.
He just it burns.
So if that's your turn, Aster, you're up.
I'm gonna do the same as I did with the other bag and run up and try to hit with both sword and dagger.
All right.
So okay, yeah, that's a nat 1 on the sword and then 23 on the dagger.
Yeah. So the dagger is a hit.
Yeah.
The sword sadly is not.
So that's alright. 6 piercing damage.
6 piercing damage. All right. And the creature is considered bloodied at this point. I also want to do something that Matt usually don't, I think. Since you rolled a nat 1. When you're stabbing downwards, your swords get a little bit stuck in the earth, so your next attack with the sword is made with disadvantage. But the dagger attack, as a follow-up attack, is normal. Alright? When this combat ends, that condition will disappear, because you'll be back to normal. So, Ratsy, you're up.
I assume it's less crowded around. No, actually, Daisy is about to bury the bag that has my dagger in it.
No,
Yeah.
I just put it back down, and
Oh, you
I'm
just
burying
pour the contained.
like a little bag. I was like, okay, there's not a monster, and I put it back down. The one I'm burying is the one that had a monster in it.
Yeah, the one that I threw a dagger at, so it's stuck in the bag.
Then yes,
It-
I'm
Give me
giving
my
it a
dagger
burial.
back. And she
It's
runs up
totally
and
the other one.
careful, it's super slimy now. Ew! And she just looks at it and like throws it towards the bag that is burning, containing the thing that's burning. Trip.
Well, I'm gonna be a little bit of a douchebag here because handling that dagger will give you 1 acid damage, but you will continue your attack as normal. Otherwise,
Ow! 1
Yeah.
acid damage. That's cool.
it's like touching a poisonous jellyfish. It stings a little bit.
Yeah, that's such a douche move. I appreciate it. So that will be it's very slippery as well because I rolled a 9, which is terrible, kinda,
that's a
but it hits because it's a bag.
Yeah, it's a bag.
Hey, great. That's a terrible 4. But also sneak attack. So
Alright.
4 piercing and then 8 more piercing.
Nice. It's very effective.
Yeah. Great. Slimy.
Yeah.
She wipes off her hand at is Halron standing there? No, he's busy with the
Oh.
other bag.
Yeah.
And whoever is closest.
Oh, that
Maybe Daisy.
that would be Daisy. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Trip, you're up. You have a jelly stuck to your feet.
I do. And I will raise my great axe again and go straight back down for it.
All right.
Your leg?
Let's see.
I'm hoping not to hit my leg with the 16.
You are grappled. I think it's a normal attack. It's only if
It's
you
a
attack.
normal attack.
Yeah.
If I attack someone else, it's a disadvantage.
Yeah. Right. So that's a hit then.
12 damage.
Yeah, and you split the remaining part of the bag in two, and the contents spill all over that that square that it occupies, and you can see Ratsy's dagger lying in the middle of that pool of acidic waste.
Alrighty. Trip is not going to care about the acidic dagger because he knows there's still another bag, so he is going to let go of the great axe, grab a hand axe from his hilt, and throw it at the last bag.
Oh my god, be
Alright.
careful. It's literally right next to me.
You can roll it.
That's a 10.
That's a 10. Well, the AC of a stationary object is 10, so that's a hit actually.
Great. That's going to be 4.
4 damage.
Yep.
Well, let's say you ruin the bag, and the axe is now stuck in the ground. The hand axe.
Alright.
And that's your turn.
Yeah, he's going to move over to the bag after he throws his axe to make sure that it doesn't move and inspect it further.
Yeah.
But apart from that, that's my turn.
Yeah. So we're exiting combat. We're exiting initiative because you've defeated the two bag jellies that I've, tweaked a little bit, but you've defeated them, and congratulations. The last remaining bag, as I said, contains 4 short swords and 4 daggers, one of which looks a little prettier than the other. Also, when you inspect them, more thoroughly than just looking in the bag, one of the short sword is also, it has like a gilded handle. It doesn't look magical or anything, but it looks to be worth a little bit. It's pretty. And
We
I'm
should
gonna
ta-
go and no, go ahead.
We
And
should
he-
take.
yeah.
No, Yeah.
the dagger that looks a little better. It's the other swords in there. They have wear and tear marks, but one of the dagger has none of it. It looks brand new. Done.
All right. I think we should take this sword and donate it to the Ashborn Unchained, and I'll grab the fancy-looking sword.
I mean, I don't got a use for it other than that.
I mean,
I
you
just
never
came
know.
first. I grabbed one of the other pretty ones. I found it.
You never know when you might need it.
Yes, but I'm gonna keep it on myself until we need it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Alright.
didn't a dagger got lost in the acid over there?
Ratsy has gone off and tried to pick it up. Very careful because she knows what they do now. So she kind of has like rolled some cloth on her hand and sort of picks it up and looks at it as it's dripping.
Few good shakes will remove the residue from the dagger, and you can test it in your hand, and you feel that it's safe to use.
It's good. It's okay.
Alrighty then. Well, I mean, more equipment for the guild is better, right?
Yes.
Are any one of you proficient with any sort of tools of any
Yeah.
kind?
Yep.
Yes.
Carpenter's tools.
Yes.
Any alchemy?
Carpenter and herbalism.
Yeah, I'm also herbalism.
Yeah, me too.
You herbalism guys, you realize that this acid could probably be used to create an acidic poison if it's harvested before it evaporates. But you would need a vial to do this.
I have a vial. Which means that Pinky is already collecting.
All right.
I just want, like, how bad does Trip look with his leg? I'm like, should I heal him? Will he be fine? Like, how does your leg look?
Daisy, I feel fine. Should
Yeah,
be good.
With my own eyes, what does it look like? I don't trust your words.
His legs look relatively beaten up, but it's not the worst you've ever seen.
Just a flesh.
Yeah, I cast Cure Wounds.
Dude. Oh, pooh. Oh, okay. But that feels better.
That
Okay.
is. Oh, Jesus. Okay, I'll text it to you.
I wish you told me before you did that.
No. I will not.
See, I burned my hand a little bit. It hurts really bad, and it's my good hand. See?
Here you go. Here you go,
smeared it-
darling. And then
Yeah, I saw it because you smeared it on me.
oh, please.
Oh, was that you? I'm
I was
sorry.
giving it a burial.
Oh, stop bickering, you guys.
Just
And I want to
fire.
do a medicine check and fix the hand if I can.
Do you have a healer's kit?
I do.
Yeah, you will spend the healer's kit.
Yeah, that's fine.
It
Yeah.
hurts super bad.
Yeah, it hurts so bad. So you know.
Won't be able to use it for a week.
That's 21.
Is the
Yeah,
healer kit a single use?
You definitely
For
heal that
one
one
hit
point of
point.
damage. Yeah.
Do I
And
get
restore
extra
the hand.
temporary hit points for that?
Yeah, you can expend it to tend to a creature or yourself.
Yeah.
But
I think I have one.
I wanna do a thing.
Yeah, let's do a thing.
Yeah. Okay. So the small bag that Trip destroyed, I'm gonna walk over and see if I can find a cloth, perhaps like this big.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna throw it onto the acid. And before if the acid works on the cloth, I'm gonna remove the cloth before it's completely destroyed.
Yeah, if you drop a piece of it's a leathery cloth, if you drop it in the acid pool, it's gonna start making a sizzling noise, but it's
Okay.
not immediately going through.
No, so I'm gonna let it simmer a little bit, and before it's completely destroyed, I'm gonna remove it and wipe off the excess acid on it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna poke 2 holes in the cloth, and I'm
You
gonna
wicked.
wear it as mask
All right.
God,
On your
I
face.
fucking knew it.
on my face. Yes.
Yes. You now have
It's
a
giving
badass
like
aesthetic.
fight ring.
You now have a badass mask, and you may add it to your inventory.
Yeah. And as I'm standing there, you can also, the rest of the group can see that I'm kind of concentrating. You have seen this before, like I'm going into sort of a trance, but I'm still there. And the one hand you can see start to shimmer with a light around it. And the other one you can see in some purplish darkness. And I'm just standing there and kind of concentrating on what you would assume is a power that I have inside my body that I'm trying to kind of manipulate and control.
Mm.
And as I'm standing there, I'm gonna rush over to Trip, and I'm gonna blast you with my one hand.
Uh,
What are you doing?
Halloran, what are you? Don't go.
Watch out!
Do you
He's
accept,
crazy.
or do you need me to roll for an attack?
Are you? How are you presenting yourself? Are you like rushing him? Because he would immediately fight back, or are you trying to present something?
You can see I'm standing there, and you get a sense of, okay, he's trying to control it, and as soon as I have control, I will rush over to you. And since I'm a monk, I'm assuming you are uncertain of which hand I'm trying to connect to you.
And there's no face to read because of the badass mask.
Yep. He's very. He's tentatively letting you do it.
All right. So you receive 7 points of healing.
All right.
Unexpected.
Interesting.
That's a very
Trip is
Batman way of doing it.
Trip is going to look confused back at you, look over at Daisy as well, and just shout to the entire group, I wish you guys would let me know when you're doing magic to me. It would be very nice if I knew what was going on.
This is not magic. This is just key that I harnessed in my body.
You harness stuff? I don't even want to know. I
You
don't
know what? I also harness magic in my body, and then I just wiggle my fingers and it just goes out. What's so different, huh?
I have control. You don't.
I have control. I just controlled it. Did you not see it?
I mean,
What?
he has a point.
We were fighting, and hey, I got control. I don't understand.
Well, did you
Well,
throw
perhaps.
something useless at it on purpose? Because it didn't work very well.
But the fact that you don't understand is perhaps the kind of root to the problem here.
But if I'm to understand this, I need to go and read, and that sounds like a waste of time.
I can write something up for you.
Alright. Is it gonna be simple?
Yes. And Halloran just plots down, takes out the parchment, and my calligrapher's supplies, and I'll start writing her a note.
Are they flirting again? What's going on?
Definitely.
Honestly,
I pick
I
up
don't think we're ever going to know.
the gold that fell on the floor.
Yeah, there's 7 gold pieces.
Thanks.
And also, you took the pretty dagger.
Yes.
Yeah. When you handle it, you can definitely feel there's something going on with it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can I do an Arcana check?
You can certainly try.
I will try to do an Arcana check.
Yeah.
Well, that's not gonna work either way. It's crooked. Can I roll it again? Because it was like in between two.
Yeah.
Well, that was not good. So 12.
Well, you can sense that it has some sort of magical properties, but you can in no way justify identifying them. But you also know that most magical properties will reveal themselves through items when you use them.
Okay.
So you have a magical dagger at the moment.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm finished, so I hand Pinky my note.
Alright, I take it. I read it.
Can
I
you read?
tried to read it. You know what? Fuck it. Let's roll. Can she read? That's a nat 1. She cannot read.
Well,
Yes, dyslexia.
Amazing.
It's written in Orcish anyway.
Oh,
Yeah.
perfect. Yeah.
to you it looks like gibberishly drawn spell runes. You've seen spell runes before, but these looks like they're created with the hands of a goblin.
You should use this one on the next attack.
Y'all just fucking with me, aren't you?
It's a very powerful spell.
And I will rip the piece and just throw it and then walk away.
Yeah,
Nice.
That was
that
quite
ain't very
rude.
nice.
What's going on? I'm so confused.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm fixing to get out of here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's nothing else, right? That was only those 3 backpacks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's keep going.
But
So-
seriously, who would leave these under a bush for some random people to find?
Well, someone did.
Can I do an investigations check of the surrounding area?
Yeah, of course.
Looking
Is there
for-
anything specific you're looking for? Yeah.
I'm looking for tracks or if it's anything else hidden,
Well,
something
that's
out
a
of place.
that's a survival check, is it not? Looking for tracks.
Yeah.
All right. Then it's a 7.
Well, there's the obvious, game tracks from animals, but nothing else that catches your eyes. These surrounding areas. It's a well-traveled road, and every so often there's tracks leading off because people need to take a piss. But there's nothing that seems to indicate that this little alcove with the bush where the barrel was stored is a trafficked area.
All right.
At least not lately.
Gotcha.
All right. So you guys are continuing on your way, and you didn't go very early in the morning, so you need to spend the night before you arrive at the Lush Tail Hollows, which means you have to set up camp and set up guard. So I would like to know if there's a special guard rotation you want to use for the night.
Triple B guard.
Trip first watch.
I mean, Pinky's gonna say, hi, I can take one. I can take a watch, but I'm gonna assume that there is one person in the group that's not gonna let her keep watch alone.
I know how that's gonna go.
I'm gonna volunteer to stand guard. But and as I do, I just sit down first on one knee and touch to the ground. And as I lift my hand, you can see that it's magically spawning a hawk with some primal markings on its face and across the back.
Is it the Find Familiar spell?
It's the primal companion from the Ranger's Beastmaster.
Alright. Awesome.
So, and I'm gonna ask the hawk, just, hey, Chaser, you mind flying up and keeping watch with me? And he just, boom,
Diamond
takes off.
will join you, and my hawk also flies up. If you are staying up, so will I, because I don't trust you.
What do you mean? I've kept you alive now.
Well, I've kept you alive.
Hey, I took those tentacles for you.
Well, I found them.
So if I'm getting this straight,
Sibling rivalry.
Pinky, you're volunteering for a watch, but Aster and Daisy are taking second watch.
Yes.
Yeah. So, do you Pinky volunteer for the third watch?
Yeah, of course.
No, I'll do it. I'll do it. I don't have to sleep anyway.
All right, Ratsy, third
Alright.
watch.
You know, we should definitely let everybody get in on the guard rotation. Because
I
one
think
day
so too.
we might need everyone. So everybody should get the practice.
Well, Pinky, why don't you stay up with Trip and you can practice standing guard together?
I mean,
That-
alright.
That was not my suggestion.
That is a great suggestion.
Hello, you guys are saying that I'm so bad. I don't
No,
understand.
no.
You have
I'm
everything
saying-
against me all the time, and I have done nothing wrong.
I don't
Listen,
think you're bad. I think you're too small to be bad.
Too small.
We're calling small.
I will hit Trip for that comment. As I say, as a fellow magic user, just to let you know, and I whisper this last part, it is Trip that needs practice. I whisper to Pinky. So I'm like, you stand guard over Trip.
Oh, alright.
And I still hit Trip over the head with my staff. I go dunk. So
That didn't even hurt. Stop your belly aching.
I do it again. I keep doing it.
You can
Do
do
you
that
have a
all
helmet
night
on?
long.
Do you have a
Nah.
helmet on?
I just have a thick skull. Always had.
Natural armor.
Yeah.
Damn it. I wanted it to be really loud, but okay.
So, what I have in my notes here is that Pink and Trip will do first watch, Aster and Daisy will do second, and Ratsy and Halron will do third, or are Halron opting out?
Oh, Halron sees this opportunity as a good one to learn Ratsy about honor.
All right.
So I'm gonna accept.
All right. So, that will give you each a 2-hour guard rotation and 6 hours of sleep, which will total in an 8-hour long rest. So, during the first watch, I would like Pinky and Trip to each give me a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution's okay.
I would assume we don't get a long rest before anything happens.
No, you have to complete the whole
Yep.
shebang. Yeah.
I got a 19.
Yep.
Shit, I rolled a nat 20 for 24.
So you guys do not fall asleep during your part of the watch. And I would like both of you to give me also perception checks for your part of the watch.
I would
Shit,
like
I
to.
just. What the fuck?
Is that a
Did
second
you get
nat
another
20?
one? Did you get another one?
That's a double. D20.
Roll it again.
What the?
Roll it again.
You know,
Rolls
the chance
matter.
of rolling 3 in a row is like
Sit your ass
1
down
in a
and roll
million.
it again.
So,
Again, let's go. You get 100 gold if it's another nat 20. No way.
that's way to die.
Yeah.
Promise you. That's
You might
Why
wanna
are
get
you
that one checked.
cheating?
I swear I'm gonna take a photo of this right now. I haven't touched it, you just saw it.
I swear.
That's-
Rolls that matter.
that's actually incredible.
That is crazy.
I will make a clip of that, don't worry.
That has never happened. Like, I've been playing D&D for like 2 or 3 years now. I've never, in my wildest imagination, did I think I could do that.
That happened in my 10 years.
Yeah, it's
Shit.
each time you roll a nat 20, the odds of getting 3 in a row is 1 in 400.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Congratulations, that will never happen again.
Oh,
No. Yes.
So, Well, your part of the watch goes by uneventfully.
Great.
Uh,
That was an event.
there are you Pinky. You can hear, and because of your excellent perception, I'm gonna give you a roll of nature check
Yeah.
with advantage to see if you actually can put the knowledge of the things you perceive into context.
All right. Holy shit. Okay. Yeah. That's 19.
Yeah. So during the day when you have traveled, and the other nights that you have been out, you've always been able to hear, the bugs and the birds, small sounds of wildlife. But it's unusually quiet here. Unusually quiet. And actually, uh, 20 feet away from camp, you spot something. And when you get up on your feet and you get a little bit closer, you can see that it's a dead bird, just lying on the ground.
Oh. Her first instinct is to start praying for it. She's gonna pray to the tempest of chaos and pray that this is her doing. And then go back in.
All right, so that's your guard period, and you guys wake up Aster and Daisy, I presume.
Yeah, yeah.
So Aster and Daisy, you guys are now awake and starting your watch.
It's time.
How'd the first
Yeah.
watch go?
It was all right.
Uneventful? Alright.
A quick question. What have you done with the dead bird? Did you just leave it? Or did you bury it?
Yeah, I mean, I just prayed to the glorious goddess, and then I bailed on it because
Yeah.
why would I do anything with a dead bird?
Do I see the dead bird or is it like hidden? Like, do I immediately notice it or not really?
It will be if or if not Daisy sees it will hinge on her perception check later on.
Okay.
At least until it's been pointed out that there's a dead bird in the vicinity.
Okay. Yeah.
So first of all, I'm gonna need you guys to do a Constitution saving throw.
That's a dirty 20.
All right.
16.
You guys have no trouble keeping watch and keeping awake and being alert. So I'm gonna give you both the chance to roll a perception check.
Oh no. Oh
I
What?
can't do this. I can't fucking do this. What the fuck?
no! What did you get?
Not 20 for
I
21.
got that one.
I
Okay.
love how you guys are.
So it's either nat 1
Eyes
or
lost,
nat-
eyes lost.
okay.
All the fun is in
Look
the
forward to
experience.
all my 3 natural ones now in the next
I
round.
feel like someone has prayed for this chaos
I
to
have
emerge
plus
right
6,
here.
Yeah.
but I still got a nat one.
I do feel that the Tempest of Chaos just simply have Ragnar's backs today, which is really,
Praise down
really
for it.
nice.
Praise
Uh,
be.
So, Daisy, your roll was a natural one.
Plus 6, but yeah, it was a nat one. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, it's not a critical fail when it's a skill
Mm.
check, so you get the 7 total.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not enough to identify or to actually see that bird, but Aster, your hawk. What was his name?
Chaser.
Spacer,
Chaser.
Chaser, or Jaser.
Chaser.
Anyways, the hawk relays that information to you that it spots a dead bird who who has fallen out of the sky when he's circling around. If you want to do something with that information.
How far away was it?
About 20 feet from camp.
I'll just nudge Daisy and hey, if you want to do your thing, there's a creature over there that could use your burying aid.
I'll beat you later. And then I run off to the bird. I'm like, oh no, poor little birdie.
And I'll just stay back.
I start crying, like legitimately. I'm like, I love birds. And I dig a hole. And my bird, I also have a bird. Her name is Diamond. That helps me dig a hole. And then she like bows, and then I go like, from Earth you were born. Well, from the sky I talk like that too. And to the Earth you now end up. May it be food for all the worms.
Would you kindly
mhm.
give me a straight up intelligence check?
Okay. Intelligence. 18.
Yeah. So your character realize when you lift up this little bird,
Mm-hmm.
the cause of death is probably it's not been attacked by a predator bird.
Mm.
It's doesn't look really like a sickness. It doesn't really have a broken wing or anything. It actually looks malnourished.
Like starved?
Yeah.
Oh no. But it is dead, right? I'm just double
Yeah.
checking.
Yeah.
Oh.
But being a druid, this comes sort of naturally to you. The cause of death. You don't need to roll for that. It's probably haven't fed in weeks. And you
Is it winter time?
No, not yet. It's nearing, but not yet.
Okay. I find that weird, but very sad, and I just cry even more, like they're running down my face.
Alright.
And like it's starved to death. Oh. But like there are like as we walk, like there are like bird food in the area, like insects. I don't know what kind of bird it is, but like mice. It depends on how big it is, right? But like there's life around here. Or is it dead around here?
Now there's still some foliage where you put up camp, but it's thinner than a couple of hours ago.
Mm.
And Aster, you will also you can also give me a nature check based on your perception.
14.
Yeah, you also realize that there are fewer sounds in this area than you'd expect from the wilderness itself. You'd expect to hear insects buzzing and some flapping of wings. You can hear your birds flapping, but usually the ambience is sort of missing. You realize towards the end of your rest or your walk.
Hey Daisy, get over here and get on with it and come back.
Okay. I bury the bird and I walk over and I'm like, listen, and I'm still like crying and I'm like, I was planning to like have a fight with you, but I really just need a hug right now. But promise not to tell anyone tomorrow.
And I just say nothing and I just go in for a hug.
Oh, we like hug and then we wake up the next group if there's nothing else.
All right. So you wake up Ratsy and Halrond.
Mhm.
How'd it
And
go?
Yep.
Natural occurrences. Quiet. Dead bird over here, which Daisy buried.
I start crying again.
Wow.
I'm
And,
gonna go to bed. I go to bed.
Aw.
Nothing
Sleep well.
really. Yeah.
Yes.
It's very dramatic.
Yeah.
Was it like mangled or something, or the bird?
I'm in my mattress, so Aster's gonna have to answer that.
No,
Not
it
him.
was quite whole as I could see from here at least.
Mm.
I had said out loud that it had starved to death. You would have heard me.
Okay.
All right.
But they say thought that it was that it starved to death. Which, like, there is food around here, so I don't know what happened to it.
That's odd.
It's a weird thickness or something. I don't know. It's just a bird. Like, maybe it's stupid or something.
Yeah, just natural occurrences,
Mm.
most likely.
Probably.
All right.
Yep.
So, Ratsy and Holrand, you take over, and you have the last watch of the night, and you can both give me your Constitution saving throws.
If
11.
he's gonna lecture me about what did you say?
Honor.
Honor.
You can do your check with
Fun.
disadvantage.
Right. Exactly. It's a 7.
It's a 7. So,
Yeah.
about half an hour into your watches, Ratsy, you really struggle keeping your eyes open, and your head just goes like bopping down a little bit. You notice this, Holrand. I don't know if you wanna press the issue or continue or do something else.
They will never learn about honor. And
Yeah. No, never.
I give her a slight tap on the forehead.
Yeah, and she, falls back. And when the head hits the pillow behind her, she starts snoring.
Alright.
Yep.
You are tired yourself. After all, you haven't really been paying attention, and when you realize you're alone, keeping watch, it's hard to focus properly. So you'll make your perception check with disadvantage for the remainder of your watch.
Okay. Should I do it now?
Yeah, please.
With disadvantage?
Mm.
So that's a 9 total.
9 total. All right. But your watch goes by uneventfully, and you don't notice anything strange during your part of the watch. And when you're all awake, you can spend, half an hour to an hour or so, getting breakfast, getting ready, stretching, donning armor, and such, and do your things if you want to summarize the night.
Halloran just kind of sits there for himself. And you notice that he has taken up a canvas. And he's sitting there and painting the scenery.
Cool. It's cool. So, if there's nothing else you guys want to do, I actually think we're gonna do a little break before we continue our adventure. What say you guys?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Is reasonable.
And all right, I think we'll see you guys in about 5 or 6 minutes, maybe. Yeah. So Hydra here is gonna take us to a break time.
Yes. So there's a lot of things that happened. We Ragnarals have officially become affiliate, so clap for that. And during this stream, alone, we've gotten a few subscribers that are worth mentioning. It is Poppy, our dearest Poppy. It is Hydra, and then I can't catch. There were some others as well that I cannot catch. There were two others, or no, there was one other, and it was our lovely ranger over here that also subscribed to us. So thank us three, wonderful, great.
Great job!
And if,
We're off to a good
we're
start.
off to a great start.
Yeah. The
and,
sheep will follow.
Obviously, it is an honor to get subscribers at all, and we, as a collective, thank you all so much for just watching and being here. And while we're on a break, I hope you also get something to drink, take a moment, get some snacks, and we will be right back in 5 minutes' time. Goodbye, everybody.
Yeah.
Bye.
Welcome back, everyone. So, Hydra, I actually think we got a new subscriber during our break.
I think so too.
Mhm.
I want to thank the Blimp who joined us, who just subscribed, and thank you so much
Thank you.
for
Thank you.
joining our tiny little D&D
I can-
community.
How do you do that?
So you
Gonna do
Thingy.
the K-pop.
these fingers, Matt,
Oh,
yeah,
it doesn't
and then you
run with this.
make the top half of that, and then you take your middle fingers out. Yeah, there you go, and then you need to. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Yeah.
Well
I'm
done!
I like mine better.
Yeah. This is the
I
old
also
one.
prefer.
And then you have this one, and then you have this one.
There's many.
It's so new, and yeah.
Yeah.
You are
Matt-
such a dad.
Yeah.
Matt
You can
actually had this
also
document with all
do
the new
this.
words for the kids that the kids
Yeah.
use, and we all tried to learn them, but we failed at it because we're old, right?
Yeah.
A very very
Figure it out.
simple one. You just do. I don't remember which way it is. What one of them is bad, one of them is good, but
One of each should be fine.
one of each.
Balance this out.
Fuck you, love you.
We should have a stream where we teach Matt cutesy K-pop things like this. I mean, I'm a wonderful teacher, and I've been teaching Matt the world of Gen Z slang for like the last few weeks.
But if we have a stream like that, it's gonna give up massive main character energy.
Oh god. Look, if we get enough subscribers, this is gonna be an extra stream.
Yeah, it could be a bonus.
See what I did there?
Is what
Yeah.
the point should be for is Matt having to listen and learn about K-pop for 2 hours stream.
Oh yeah.
And we'll name this. We'll name the stream series FOMO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Matt has FOMO. Yeah.
All right, so I'm just
What
gonna
is
do
FOMO?
the I'm just gonna do the framing thing where we frame this back into D&D.
Mhm.
And yeah, welcome back to
Yes.
our D&D stream with our short little story about the gang called the Vanquish, or the Vanquishers. You've just completed your rest, and you found a little bird who had starved to death, which you buried. And you noticed, well, some of you noticed that it's unusually quiet in the wilderness. The ambience sounds are missing. You're a couple of hours away from Lush Meadow, the small settlement of farms. And you start your trek there. And unless there's anything specific you want to do, you arrive there in a couple of hours.
I'm just gonna say I didn't notice anything quiet last night because he was talking my ears off. It was crazy.
You may all just activate the long rest on D&D Beyond, and we'll arrive in let's call it a homestead.
Yep.
The homestead of Lush Meadow. And there's one of the houses, it's a little bit bigger than the other. They're all wooden buildings. There are a few homes and a stable, and there's a barn for storing hay and grain and vegetables. The barn itself, when you enter this homestead, looks to be rather empty. Usually this time of year, it's harvest season, so it should be kind of full. But there's only a couple of potatoes. There's some beekeeping beehives behind the barn, but there's no buzzing around them. There's no honey jars or anything stored in the barn, these are things that are very obvious when you enter the homestead. And when you come up to the house in the center of the homestead, there's a man greeting you on the front door. He's wearing, these leather overalls and a big sun hat, and has a pitchfork in his hand and, scrubby beard. He's thin but muscled, and when he notices you, he calls out, "Oh, you're the Ashborn Unchained, eh?"
Hi, Al, darling. Of course.
We're gonna let her do the talking.
Hey, we've
Hey.
come to help you.
It's her
Oh,
people. Let her talk.
That's good, because I think we're running out of time. There's no harvest this year. And from what I've heard from Ashvale, they'll be needing our crops next year.
I mean,
So-
I was gonna say.
we always do.
Alright. So, what's happened is the crops simply won't grow, and what little grows, something or someone seems to be nibbling at them, stealing them. But we can't. We've set up traps or kept watch, but we can't. There's nothing. There's nothing coming in or going out. But the crops won't grow. We had a druid visit us here from time to time. He couldn't find any sickness in the ground. And so we called for the Ashborn Unchained to come check it out.
All right, all
Hmm.
right.
Do you keep
Well,
any animals here?
Well, we used to, but without crops to feed them, there's no point in having them. The pigs were starving, so we sent them off to another farm, up north.
Pinky's gonna like step aside and like
And
close
to
her
the
eyes
farm.
and really concentrate and like go like this and squint really hard. And I'm gonna cast detect magic. Just around the area with the 30 feet radius without around me.
Alright. You detect nothing, except the items that you carry yourselves.
Oh, well, I mean, Pinky hasn't noticed that yet, so she's like, "Oh, god damn, all right." And then, I kind of wanna just like in mid conversation while I'm trying to focus, squinting around, looking. I'm gonna walk a little around, because it lasts for 10 minutes. I'm gonna like walk around the barn, see if there's anything, walk down to the fields, kind of, yeah.
You're sort of, with your Quasimodo walking style, walking around the barn, and you detect nothing.
All right.
Nothing at all.
Okay.
It doesn't ping on anything.
Hmm.
And I would like, actually, I would like you to name for me, if you'd like, the higher or lower number, since you're concentrating and walking around looking for magic.
Higher.
A higher. Then I will roll a d20. If it's 10 or above, we'll do the wild magic table. How's that sound?
That sounds fun.
That's a 14.
He's
Which
about
means-
to get shit on.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
which means after about 8 minutes, one sort of effect will go off. So if you give me a D100 roll,
Yes.
I'll figure out what that is.
30?
30. Oh, that's funny.
Never a good
All right.
sign.
Before that 8-minute mark, you guys may continue to talk to Gottfried if you wish.
I would like to. It's like, since I'm a druid, I can look for a druidic message and I will automatically see it if there is one. So just, is there one? Like
No.
left by the previous druid?
There's no messages floating around in the area.
I'll say to the old man, well, Ashvale has sent their best, and we're here to fix things. And I'll start doing a sort of investigation round in the area. And I will keep especially focused on the field itself. And I'm hoping you will allow me to roll investigations check.
Yeah,
Just
you may.
nothing magical or anything, just your skill. That's a 19.
That's a 19. Well, let's do it this way.
Yep.
You're thorough, right?
Yep.
What's your take on nature? Are you proficient?
Nature. No.
I'll still give you a nature roll with advantage because of your ability to investigate. Let's see if your intelligence helps you.
18.
18. You, with your limited knowledge, but because of your upbringing, you get the impression that the crops are not pollinated.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. On the stairs, Ratsy.
Yeah.
Gottfried, leans in a little bit and sort of goes, "Finally, the bureaucratic high on themselves Eldorians have taken to reason and taken our desperation into their hearts and answered our plea. Will you please try and figure out what's been going on?"
Of course, that's why we're here. Like, what would I do with a cheese anyways? Yeah, so you said that somebody has been eating the crops?
Yeah, we tried importing bees directly from Eldoria.
Why
And we
would you
got them
import bees?
because we have beehives. And
Yeah.
if we can't produce, they have a couple of jobs. They do the nature thing with the flowers and everything, but they also produce honey, and honey is it's good food. It keeps you warm in the winter. But someone must have raided because the bees were all gone, basically overnight.
So it's the bees that's the problem, not that the dirt won't grow the crops? It's the bees?
The bees was the second problem because the dirt wouldn't grow in the first place. We had this problem last season, and we imported the bees this spring, but the bees are already gone. And we don't think they fly off by themselves. They were thriving the first couple of days.
Somebody stole bees?
Can you imagine it?
No, who would do that? They sting and are terrible.
There must be psychopaths.
I hear this
Psychopath.
and I hold my hawk a little tighter. Like, oh no.
How would you even steal a bee in the first place? They're super hard to just pick off of the like. You know bees. Aster, do you know bees? Do you know anything about bees?
Beef.
Not particularly. I never really had those around.
Trip, you look like a bee guy. Have you ever tried stealing a bee before?
I
How would you
mean,
do it if you were to steal a bee?
I don't know how I would even catch it.
See? Nobody knows.
I mean, who has the power to make the earth stop giving crops?
Who has the power to...
Is this like a riddle?
Well, I don't know.
It's a mystery trip. Obviously,
Alright.
that's why we're here.
And that's when 8 minutes have passed. And the table says that you teleport up to 60 feet to an unoccupied space of your choice that you can see.
Great.
Huh?
I'll teleport right next to the woman if I can, like the farmer woman,
The farmer man
the
named
farmer
Gottfried.
man named
Yeah.
Gottfried.
I'm sorry, this is my farmer's voice.
Oh, it's okay. I heard
We love
Gottfried
your farmer
and I
voice.
heard farmer voice and I went, that is an old woman. But
Ah!
Really?
if it's a man, then,
Weird.
hey, who
I
cares? You know, who gives a shit?
And he goes, ah! When you
Oh,
that's a neat trick.
now I'm
Young
here.
woman.
Would you look at that? That's unexpected, but
There
Yeah.
you see, you have no control over what you're doing.
I have just the control I need, darling. Don't you worry about it.
I mean, did you mean to do that?
I mean, do I mean to do anything? That's the question, you know? That's Hey,
I mean,
Nah.
when you
y'all gotta listen. I'm saying I'm blessed, and this is just one of my great powers.
I'll tell you what I told the others. We've been around a little bit to see if we can, dig our fields another place, but we have to move a very far a ways for this to be, for the ground to be good. It's worse the longer north you get.
Hmm.
And the pig farm, they had to move this spring also because their fields were also barren, as they say. And this used to be the Lush Tail Hollows because it was overgrowing. But now the area north is actually sort of barren.
Mm.
And there is no like natural explaining, or like you haven't noticed anything that is doing this at all.
Well, not that I can tell.
I mean, Trip, you're a farmer, right?
Well, yeah, but my daddy ran horses and had a forest. Like we did forestry. We didn't really grow crops in that way.
All right, so no knowledge over there, I suppose.
But I mean, do we like how? Do we see any critters around at all, or is like all life gone?
What specifically are you looking for? Are you looking for rodents or are you looking for bugs?
Yeah, both.
Yeah. Yeah, give me an investigation check. You're actively looking for something.
Gonna work. Beep bow. Investigation. That's gonna be an 18.
Yeah, you can spend like 15 to 20 minutes and you see no trace of neither rodents or bugs. Or birds for that matter.
All right. Would there be any knowledge from my farming background when it comes to some sort of pestilence or anything of that sort that would do this?
Well, there's not really any pesticide that's been used in general. There's been probably some farms that have, tried various concoctions to make their crops grow more efficiently with a varying amount of success, but not in the wildlands as far as you know.
All right. Well,
Oh, sorry.
good. No, good.
I was gonna do something else, so if you're not done, just finish it out first.
Nothing.
Okay. I sit down on the ground, and I ask Diamond if she can fly up. She can go 100, like just start like going 100 feet north, and I will see through her eyes what she's seeing.
So 100 feet is not actually that long. It won't take you
No,
to
it's not.
even to the edge of the field, but with
I
her
just-
eyes,
yeah.
sharp, eyes,
Yeah.
you can see a nearby forest, and the forest looks not to be thriving.
Mm.
It's hard to pinpoint, but it's harvest season, but it's
Mm.
very early in the sense that the trees should not have dropped their leaves yet, but there are no leaves on the trees. Even the trees that should have had, not bar nails, don't know the
Like
English.
evergreen
Barnacles.
trees.
Yeah, the evergreen trees are barren as well.
Okay, I'm gonna tell her to keep flying and come north and come back in 2 hours. So like fly 1 hour and then the hour back.
Yeah.
So I won't be able to see, but yeah.
That's gonna take
She
some
can
time.
tell me when she returns.
Yeah, that's gonna take some
Yeah.
time. So in the meanwhile, if there's anything anyone else want to do,
Can I go and investigate the beehives or like the bee contraptions?
yeah, of course, you can give me an investigation check.
Yes. In investigation is a 18.
18. The beehives looks to be almost brand new. There are traces of there have been some sort of hive being started to be constructed, and there's, traces of the fact that there has been a couple of drops of honey in there. But other than that, they look actually kind of new and not used at all. There are no bee carcasses either in the beehives, not that you can find.
And it has not been tampered with or no residue or
Nah,
anything.
it has this simple opening and closing mechanism, and it doesn't look to be tampered with, as you say.
Right. Well, nothing here, you guys. The beef just not here. Not a single one. Super weird.
May I try to do a history check to see if I can remember if anyone in the Ashborn Unchained have been talking about or spreading tales about these occurrences?
Yeah. You may.
8.
8. Nothing really comes to mind.
Alright.
So,
This is kind of like an area effect, right? Because it's affecting obviously the farmland, but also the forest around it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And as Gottfried said, the further north you go, the worse it seems.
I mean,
So I guess we are going north then. Back to my country.
back to your homeland.
Yes. You have to pull the bird into the birdhouse. Backwards.
You know, sometimes you just make no sense, and I absolutely love it.
Yes.
I mean,
Insight
makes
if
plenty
now
sense.
she is flirting.
Yeah, you guys can resolve that amongst yourselves if you want to,
Alright,
and roleplay
If you're gonna-
accordingly.
I'll do the same
out for
rolls
birds,
that I've
of
done.
course.
19.
Are you fucking kidding? I got a nat 20 again.
So then it's down to you whether you roll persuasion or deception, and
I rolled
Daisy, you won't really know.
persuasion. At
I'm growing more suspicious by the second.
the whole round
Yeah.
with the sometimes you don't make any sense, and I absolutely love it. It was a nat 20. Do you want to try and do a con save? To see
Or
if
is
you
it a
resist.
charisma save?
Or it's a, I don't know.
I think it
well,
would be a
let's
charisma save.
let's do charisma because I have -1.
Yeah,
She's
but,
attracted to,
but you
she's
only
attracted
need
to
to roll
chaos.
that if you're trying to resist her comments. If you know, if you
Yeah. Okay.
feel like they are nice, they
Yeah.
can affect you in the way
Yeah.
that you want.
The way that she talks to me like this, you can see that Halron is kind of getting a little bit shy, and this is new territory for him. So he kind of looks down, and when you take the 1 feet and you draw a semicircle in front of the other, and he kind of but it's not only, and and he turns to walk away.
I will
But,
immediately go to Ratsy and say, "Did I say something wrong? Was that?"
I mean, you start talking. Sorry, it's very. Your accent is super weird. I get so affected.
Oh, it's alright, darling. Don't worry about it.
I
Oh my
turn
God.
around. I turn around again and I say, "Guys, we need some more meat on the bone here. So we should start perhaps going north, because every bad thing it needs a source."
I mean, yeah, whatever you say, big guy. We're with you.
And just looks at you, and I'm not that.
But you're strong, you know? You punch hard. I mean, Trip is a big guy, but you're a big guy, you know?
This is making me feel quite uncomfortable.
Alright.
Should we just go, maybe?
Moving
Yeah.
on.
Rather
then.
now than later?
Let's move north. It's kind of early in the day, so you can cover a good distance. It only takes about half an hour, 45 minutes basically to get to the edge of the fields, and it's not far to the edge of the forest. And when you get there to the edge, your bird returns, Daisy, with the message that the farther north you get, the worse the worse it is. In only a couple of hours walking, there's nothing. It's barren. The ground itself is like orange. It's like turning into a crusty desert top. The land actually looks sort of scorched.
I wanna do a
See what you did
nature
there.
check.
Yes.
You want to do a?
A nature check.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Well, like I can't really say. Like I want to do a nature check on the ground, but I also want to do like a check on my bird to see
Well,
like it's just being in the area bad, or like is it like actually like the ground, or like what is happening really?
if you give me a nature check, I will tell you what your intuition tells you.
Okay. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Well, based on the information you've received and what you can see, I think you'll piece together that crops will not grow because there are no insects, and
Yeah.
the dead bird you buried probably starved to death because it didn't have anything to eat.
Yeah.
They feed on insects and berries, but the berries won't grow if the bush is not pollinated. And so you can probably piece together that the absence of bugs and fauna is probably the reason. And as you're nearing the forest, where you'd expect to find, the underbrush with mushrooms and nuts and everything, there is none. The forest ground is barren as well.
I feel depressed.
Luckily, though, for everyone to see, there is actually a crossing path that you come into, which goes in like a turn and goes further north. that you can follow quite easily if you wish.
I mean, if that's the way that the super dry and weird earth goes, we should probably do that, and we'll probably find the Thorth, and we'll take care of it, and the beast will be back.
Hopefully.
I vote for this too.
I don't do or say anything, but I am thinking like, if the entire forest is this bad, I might light it on fire on the way back. Not
say this
to
out loud?
be mean. It's good for the environment, guys. If it's dead, you gotta burn it. That's not for now.
From Ashby, right?
But-
Yeah, I
It's-
mean,
it's duly
true.
noted.
Understand.
From
We'll see what
ashes we
happens.
rise.
So, as you walk along the trail, do you have a marching order?
Yeah, I'm first.
Oh,
I'm second.
of
I'm gonna
course.
follow that.
I'll be on the back side, like rear, and
I'm walking next to my brother.
Yeah, we're just right behind.
And we keep like pushing each other a little bit.
Yeah, right behind Trip.
So yeah, I go Halron, Pinky, Trip, Aster, Daisy, and Ratsy in that order.
Yep.
So there's two of you who has a passive perception of 15 or higher. You may both give me each a perception check, an active one.
hey,
Wait, who did you say?
No,
It's me and
Halron
Daisy.
and Daisy. Yeah.
Yep. That'll be a 13 perception.
I got a 7.
You got a 7. Which means that now that we're going into another initiative, you guys are all going to roll it with disadvantage.
boo.
Wait,
a
who?
couple of-
Like everyone?
Everyone, yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're
Mm.
initiating combat, and the enemy is, as per the first round, not visible to you.
Yep.
Because you have the surprised condition.
Yep.
Let's see here.
Ooh, that was way better.
That went well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't too bad actually.
I'm just gonna do some initiatives here.
Really good lesson about why the bees are very important for the environment, you guys. Save the bees. Seriously.
No, I shouldn't say
Bees.
that.
Hey, we're nothing if not educational, right?
Yeah.
Burning
Uh,
a dead forest is good.
We might have
Just
brought
so
the
you know.
most chaos junkie squad together, but our DM
So-
always brings in the life lessons.
Yeah, so we can sum it up like the bees are missing, and we need some flowers, and we have 2 people with flower names in the group, and I'm the end of the group, and then you have twins.
Yeah.
So,
I'm
Daisy,
the
what's
pretty
your
one.
initiative?
Dirty 20.
You guys.
With disadvantage. That's
disadvantage.
nice.
You guys.
Wild.
Oh, I
Are
didn't
you
hear
doing?
that part. Well, I
Yeah.
did. I just forgot about it. I apologize. That was actually my fault.
Bamboozled.
Yeah, dirty 20.
What the?
What on earth?
I rolled 2
All right.
18s.
You
What?
guys have to
Aster,
stop. Stop it.
I
Save some for the rest of us.
Great.
can't.
Come
I'm
on.
too good. I'm too good.
We are never
What's your
going to be able
initiative,
to
Aster?
roll.
Looking forward for the main campaign.
Yeah. we will
Damn.
Never.
Trying again. Aster.
6.
6. Awesome. And then we go to Trip.
13.
13. Duly noted. And Halrond.
9.
Yep. And then we go to Pinky.
That is 13.
13. Not bad. And last but not least, Ratsy.
8.
8. So, first things first. There's something targeting, let's see. That would be you, Pinky.
Great.
Let's see if it hits first, and then we'll divulge what this is.
Me and my sorcerer HP will hurt, won't it?
Oh, probably not. Let's see. I'm just gonna look up something while I do this. Does a 21 hit you?
Are you serious? Yes.
Yeah.
I'm a sorcerer.
Well, you
I'm
do.
wearing a robe.
You might have the shield spell.
No.
You don't?
Nope.
Interesting.
That's not in the Chaos Junkie's mind. Come on.
What's happening here is that you are targeted with an attack from a net,
Oh.
and you are now restrained
Oh,
until
great.
you are freed. It doesn't do any damage, but you are restrained. Now, let's move down the initiative order.
But I have a question. Like, how do
Yeah.
you get out of it?
Well, you can use an action
Okay.
to try and break it.
Okay.
Let's see. A creature can use his action to make a strength check, freeing itself or another creature with its reach on a success, or dealing slashing damage might also free the creature without harming it, ending the effect and destroying the net.
Okay.
When you use an action, bonus action, or reaction to attack with the net, you can only make one attack regardless of the number
Okay,
of attacks. Yeah.
Thank you.
Next, enemy creature targets the one. Let's roll for that. Daisy. Does a 17 hit you?
I have 17.
Well, it's a meet to beat, so that
Yep.
means you're also restrained by a net that comes falling down from the treetops. And it's at this point you all can see, when you see up to the trees, there are frog-like humanoids standing on thick branches, and they are painted. Their bodies are painted in brownish colors, and they are green, a dark sort of green, so they're very hard to see. But now, as there have been attacks, they are quite easily spotted. And so, it's actually Daisy's turn.
They were up in the trees, right? Just so I heard that right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see 4 of them.
Like I want to talk to them first. Am I allowed to?
You can use your action to try and initiate a sort of dialogue. Yeah.
Just seeing like. Well, what if I use an action to try and get out of my bions, and then I use a bonus action ish just to see if they understand like common. So not just like, hello, do you understand me?
Well, you can try, but if you want to talk, it won't trigger any sort of check that requires you to use an action.
Okay, because my thought process is like, they are more humanoid or more animal is basically like my thought process.
They look like halfling frogmen.
Interesting. Well, I think I'm gonna use my action to try and get out. Just your strength check, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I rolled bad, so that's an 8.
Yeah, 8 will not do it, and you are
Yep.
still restrained. So,
Okay.
do you have any bonus action you want to use?
Not really for me, but I can tell my hawk to do something. It just depends. Like, she can't attack, of course, but it depends. Did she also get caught in the net? Or
No, she didn't.
I tell her to just move away, like not far away, but just kind of like up in the trees, but not in the same tree as they are in. Basically, that's basically it. I don't have any bonus actions. I think.
Your hawk does the dodge action when it's not told to do anything else, right?
Yeah, but I just want her to like go and kind of keep an eye, in a sense. Yeah.
That's all right. Then it's the enemy's turn again. And he's gonna roll for stealth first of all, so you may all actually give me a perception check, because if any of you beat him, since we're in combat, your group can see him.
Was it
Nah.
perception?
Yeah.
I got a dirty 20.
Yeah, that beats his 17. So he's unable to keep himself hidden from the group in the combat situation that you're in. He's actually coming from behind a tree. And he has a spear. And he runs over to you, Daisy, and starts stabbing you with it. Multiple times, actually.
That's
And
aggressive.
since you are restrained, can you read the condition out for me, please?
Give me just a second.
Yeah.
It's loading. I have 0 speed. Attack rolls against me have advantage, and my attack rolls have disadvantage.
All right.
And I also have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Nice. So the first attack is a 18 to hit,
That hits.
and it deals 2 piercing damage.
Okay.
For the second attack, he puts both hands on his spear and stabs again.
Mm-hmm.
With a 14 to hit.
Misses.
All right. That's his turn. He's now in the fray with you guys. Next up, the next enemy is not trying to hide, so he's very visible. He comes riding around from a large stone there. It comes jumping over it. It's one of these frogmen riding a giant toad.
I love them. I love all of these people.
No.
Yeah, I
And
love
so-
them. I say
so
as I've got a
cutesy.
stab wound.
I love you guys.
Oh, it's a cute froggy.
And bizarre.
The giant toad jumps and lands within 20 feet of you, roughly, and then lobs over and tries to swallow the other restrained creature which is Pinky.
Wait, oh, this. League
That-
of Legends.
Not cute.
Oh yeah, so it's attack roll. That's nice. With advantage since you're restrained. Oh, you lucky. That's an 8.
Oh, damn. Yeah, no, that doesn't hit.
Yeah. So, but the giant toad wraps his tongue around you. So you are grappled by the toad and restrained under the net, but it doesn't get to put you in his mouth.
Okay.
And then the the creature, this frogman on top, he tries to launch a small javelin at Ratsy
Rude.
with a 14 to hit.
It's my AC.
That's your AC. Me to beat. So that's a 7 piercing damage for you.
Oh.
Alright. That were those turns. Now Trip, you're up.
All right. Seeing half of his party being trapped and attacked, he is going to start visibly shaking before his muscles bulge out, and you see like the veins just pop out instantly. I lost my toothpick. And he's going to.
He's so angry it just drops out of his mouth. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's usually relatively calm and collected, but he just goes into an immense rage, readying one hand axe and running at the closest creature, trying to go for a grapple attack.
Yeah, that would be the since you're you were right behind Pinky, so the one's trying to stab Pinky is no, the one trying to swallow Pinky is
Okay.
actually the one. So the one
All
riding
right.
a toad.
All
Are you
right.
aiming for the toad or are you aiming for the creature on top?
I'm looking at this toad as if it's a horse, so I'm going for the controlling creature on top.
Yeah. All right. Give me a grapple check, and I will try to withstand
That's-
as I just check.
That's an athletics with advantage, right?
No, actually, it's not. It's I just checked these rules. It's you roll an attack based on your strength, and I will roll a dexterity or strength saving throw to try and diverge. Isn't that what we found out, Matt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he is but he is raging, and that's advantage on all strength.
Yeah. So you roll an attack with advantage, I think,
All right.
because it's not really a strength check, is it?
No.
No. But if you can do it recklessly, so you can, if you do it recklessly, you can do it like a grapple with advantage.
I already rolled advantage now, so I'm assuming that's a reckless. It's a 19.
I don't think I'm gonna beat that. I didn't. So you've grappled the creature riding the giant toad.
All right.
It's in your grasp. Is there anything else you can or want to do?
I was going to draw my axe into it, but I used the bonus on reckless, so not at the moment.
All right. I don't think going reckless is a bonus action, but raging is.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, raging, of course.
All right. That's your turn then. Pinky, you're up.
Alrighty. So, like, I can make a spell attack, right?
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Can I just say something quickly, just
Of
so
course.
you know?
Yeah.
I have the primal rage thing. Sorry, Rage of the Wild, and I'm going with the wolf feature, which is as long as I'm raging, allies have advantage on attack rolls against enemies within 5 feet of me.
That's nice.
Is this happening 5 feet from me?
Yeah.
Or further? Okay. So
It's
it's
still
gonna
when this part could swallow you.
it's gonna cancel out my disadvantage, right?
Yeah. So if you cast a spell that has an attack roll, you do it normally. But if you cast a spell that has a save, it's not affected by this
Okay,
at all.
yeah. No, I want to cast a spell that is an attack roll. I want to wiggle my little fingers. And then as I do it, I start shooting out this greenish ray at the...
Is it a ranged attack?
Yes.
Yeah.
Of-
Yeah, but it's still it would still cancel the disadvantage being close to trip.
Yeah.
So you do a normal roll.
Yeah. Okay. That is a 15.
What are you targeting? The toad or the rider?
The thing that the toad or the rider. I'm targeting the rider.
All right. 15. meat to beat.
Okay. Perfect. All right. That is. Oh shit. That is 11 necrotic damage as she casts Ray of Sickness on him.
Yeah. So, Trip.
Yep.
The creature that you're grappling swirls. It's unimaginably malnourished, and when the green ray hits the creature, it's starting to, you can sense within your grasp that the life force is just leaving it, and it goes limp in your grasp. And as soon as you realize the creature is dead, the creature's form goes from being this thin, golem-looking creature, golem-looking frog creature, to being really, really fat and plump. And it becomes unimaginably heavy in your hands for a creature of this size.
Okay.
And it is dead.
Great.
What?
Cool.
So, is there anything else you want to do on your turn, Pinky?
No. Not really. I don't think there's anything I can do. If I'm gonna be completely honest, I am restrained, so my movement speed is 0, and I just use my action to cast a spell instead of trying to get out, so...
Alright. So, that means it's the next creature's turn, which throws a javelin from up in the trees towards the human who killed one of his friends, I think. Oh, you are lucky. Would an 11 hit you?
Me?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
So, dangerously close to your face, a javelin sticks into the ground, going like this. It's so close to your face that your eyes kind of, goes inwards. And it's Halron's turn.
Yeah, so how far away am I from the frog?
Yeah, you were first in line. So you can see up the two nearest trees there are frogmen, and right behind you is a giant toad. There's also one close to Daisy, which is about 25 feet behind you,
Mm-hmm.
being stabbed to death.
Yeah,
With no one there to help her, really.
Yeah, but that's not important. Because somebody is attacking my lady. So I'm gonna run to the toad and I'm gonna scream, "You don't touch her!"
He's got his
Yeah.
tongue wrapped around her inside the
Yeah.
net there. Yeah.
So
Arr.
I'm gonna start just flurry of blows and main attack and everything. Just gonna punch the toad and try to get him to release the tongue.
Yeah. Do your
So-
thing, monk.
So that's dirty 20 to hit on the first unarmed.
That's a hit.
So that's 7 points of damage.
Yep.
And flurry of blows, that's 13 to hit.
That's a hit.
So that's 6 more damage, and that's 21 to hit.
Yeah, that's a hit.
And on the last strike, you can see that the purple-ish flames around my hand starts to light up, and that's 7 necrotic damage.
All right. The creature is considered bloodied at this point. The necrotic damage leaving a mark of your, the palm of your hand. But you can also see already the swelling beneath the amphibious skin.
Yeah.
It took the punches.
And I'm
And
just,
you did.
don't hurt her. She's mine. And
Nice.
yeah,
Whoa! I
And
made
that's
it
my turn.
happen.
yeah.
I forced it.
All right. If that's your turn, we're moving on to Ratsy.
Can they like one of them at least are standing like on top of a tree, right?
Yeah, like 10 feet in front of you, there's one stabbing at Daisy, and 10 feet to the side, up a tree, there's another of these creatures.
Can I reach that on 30 feet
Yeah,
if I climb?
probably.
Yeah, I
It would
have a
it would require
second
an athletics
story.
check.
I have second story work, so I have a climb speed equal to my speed. But
Yeah,
I still
then
have to
you
do a thing.
no. If you have a climb speed, you don't have to roll for it.
Right. Cool. Nice. Can I try to get him to not see me coming and hide as like a bonus action before I try to like sneak attack stab him?
Well, it will be very hard. I will give you disadvantage on that, and I will give
But I
him.
am very small.
Yeah, but you're climbing up the tree he's sitting in. He can definitely see you. You can try, getting around the tree as you climb up and climbing up on a branch behind him.
Yeah, he'll go like, "Where did she go? I didn't see
Yeah.
her." Ah.
But he did see you
Okay.
start climbing the tree because there's nowhere to hide down there. So I will give him advantage on the perception check, and I will give you disadvantage on the stealth check. But you can certainly try.
I will certainly do that.
All right.
That is a 18.
Well, I got 19 on the die, so with the wisdom,
Bollocks.
so it's a 19 actually total.
Okay, well, I still try to stab him. It's just not gonna be a sneak attack, I guess.
Yeah.
Try to dodge this! 7?
7.
7?
That's a miss, unfortunately.
Yeah, and she sort of like... Yeah, because she screams this. Try to dodge this! As she like leaps in the air. And of course he dodges.
Yeah.
Can I catch myself before I fall?
Yeah, you have no problem catching yourself. If you're doing this, with an overly flare, I can give you the chance to do, an acrobatics check to see if it's epic looking.
It's very cinematic, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Then you can do me an acrobatics check and see how well you're doing this.
Okay. Oh, so much better. 25.
Yeah, it looks really epic. Are any one of you looking up at this point?
I mean, if I hear dodge this, I will obviously look up.
Yeah. You can see, the somersault of overly planned attacks with a dagger coming down like this, but the frogman, he just takes a step back because he saw that coming from a mile away. All right. It's actually the turn of the guy you tried to push down or try to stab. So he's gonna try and push you down.
No.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll an attack based on his strength, which isn't a lot. That's a 15 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
And you can try make either a strength or dexterity saving throw to avoid being pushed.
Definitely gonna be a dex. Ooh, 23.
Yeah, so deftly, with keeping your momentum of movement, his sort of attempt to push you doesn't really connect, and he almost loses his footing, but he keeps at it. His toes are very strong, and he's keeping his balance. But that's his turn. So we're moving down to Aster, last in the initiative order.
Yeah. I am gonna try to, or I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark on the one near Daisy,
Yeah,
and I'm gonna try to hit him with my sword. Run up
go
on him.
ahead.
Fuck him up.
That's a 15 to hit.
That's a hit.
Alright, so that's... uh, that's 8 points of damage.
All right. He's bloodied.
5 slashing and 5, and 3 force. If that means anything.
It's noted. Is that your only attack?
Since I cast Hunter's Mark, yeah.
All right. That's your turn then.
Yeah.
Well, that means, let's see. It's one of those guys in the trees' turn. So another net comes falling, targeted at you, Howrund.
Mm-hmm.
Will a dirty 20 beat your AC?
Yes.
Then you are also restrained. Second guy in the trees also has one more net, and he's gonna target you, Trip. With a 4 for a natural 1.
Bring it, bitch! Ah!
Yeah. The net in question simply thumps at the root of the tree because he lost it as he was trying to throw it. It caught in a small branch and just... So, that's his turn. And Daisy, you're up. You're
Yes.
still restrained within
I'm
underneath
still
the net.
restrained. How close am I to Trip? I see the close-ish.
Well, Trip ran up to Pinky, so he's like 20 feet away.
Okay, so not close. Great. Yeah, I guess I fucking try to get out of the net again. Can't really... I can... Well... The creature is trying to stab me. How bad do they look? I wanna, like...
Well, he's bloodied. That's the information I can give you. Which means he's below half.
Yeah. Right. I might... I lost the track of where it was and I'm upset about it. Okay. I'm gonna do Land's Aid. Cause it's I choose a point, so I don't know like how people are placed right now. I want to try to get as many bad guys as possible on the ground in the circle. It's cool. How fucking big is the circle? It's a 10-foot sphere, not a
It's
circle.
not really that large. Is it the
No.
radius or the diameter?
The radius.
So 10-foot radius sphere. So
Yeah.
that's a circle which has a diameter of 20 feet in every direction.
Yes. So I'm
You
gonna
won't-
ask my...
You
Yeah?
will not be able to target many creatures with this.
No. That's fine. But I will do as many as possible as I can. But it's kind of hard to say without like seeing exactly where people are. But I want to get as many as possible with as little of us in the ring as possible. I'm okay with there being like 2 people in the ring, basically.
Yeah, because if you target close to yourself, you can target the one stabbing you plus the giant toad, but we will also target Pinky and Trip. Or you can do 2 of them up. What's the range on the spell?
60 feet.
Yeah, you can target the 2 people who are up in front of the trees, who has just thrown nets on
Okay.
Halrond and Trip
Okay. Yeah.
without targeting any allies.
Yeah. I'll do that then. So vines just kind of like up, and they like sting them, and they take. Well, yeah, they gotta make a Constitution saving throw first.
All right, one for each.
One for each, yeah.
There's one at 20 and one definitely fail.
Okay, yeah. Let me see what happens if they save. Okay, so the one who's got a nat 20 just takes half.
Yeah.
Let me see how much it is. That is, I'm fucking tired. That is 10 for one and 5 for the other one. Necrotic damage.
Yeah. One of them falls limp from
Mhm.
the tree to the ground, and splats. And but the corpse itself, from what you can see, is like it looks like an undernourished child basically. It's
Yeah.
you can see its ribs and everything, and when it's dead, it plumps up. The legs and thighs and stomach and throat and everything is just fat after it's dead. It
Okay.
sort of changes form and it bulges like if a spell is cast on it at the moment of its death.
Yeah. In the sphere, is there an ally that is within the sphere that is damaged?
No.
No. Okay. Well, then no one gets any healing. Sucks to suck, I guess.
All right.
That's it. I don't really do anything. I just give the guy right in front of me the fingers, and that's it.
All right. I think it's his
I
turn now,
spit at
actually.
him just for fun.
Yeah.
Pew.
I actually think it's his turn now.
Mhm.
So, the one with the sword is, of course, scary, but it's probably easier to hit the one who is restrained. And that's 20 plus to hit.
For who?
Yeah, for
It hits
Daisy.
everyone, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It hits.
he's gonna do both
We
hands.
rolled really good today.
Yeah, these guys really don't, because it only does 2 damage.
To who?
But he's gonna use his second attack to target Aster, who just got BRB with a 15 AC. And I'm gonna beat his 19 with 19 and do 5 damage to Aster. Which I will need to remind him when he gets back.
We shall do that.
Alright. Going on, it's the giant toad's turn, and he's gonna try and swallow. Because that's what he was doing. That's a...
Is that an ability or an attack?
It's an attack.
All right.
So, the attack has a 14 to hit you, Pinky.
That hits.
Well, that means you are swallowed. The swallowed target is blinded and restrained. It has total cover against attacks and other effects outside of the toad, and takes some damage at the start of each of the toad's turns.
But that's after I'm swallowed, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So there's no damage now.
Hmm?
There's no
Oh,
damage to her.
no initial damage. Nope. But he's going to leap away.
Oh.
But okay, so before he does all this, because I was considering using deflect attack if somebody targeted my lady, but I need some damage here to reduce it back to 0. But can I do a deflect attack and kind of just shove him a little bit to bump her AC by 2 or something?
Not really, because
No?
it's an action that contains an attack roll. It's not an attack in and of itself.
No.
So it's actually an action ability sort of thing.
Yeah. Okay.
So
But if it's sleeping away, I'll at least get a opportunity
you will
attack.
you will get an opportunity attack, yes. So you can make that now if you wish,
All right.
with disadvantage because you have been hit with a net and are restrained, if I'm not
How-
mistaken.
Oh,
You're too far away.
So that's a 19.
With disadvantage.
Yeah, or 21.
Oh, nice. That's a hit. That is a hit.
So that's 6 damage.
6 damage.
Bludgeoning.
Yep. You had already reduced it to a bloodied state, but that's no matter. It uses its remaining 20 feet of movement, so it's now 40 feet away from you. Going north along the road where you were headed. All right. Moving on. It's a dead one. And Trip, you're up.
all right. As far as I can remember, I was next to this giant toad with this dead
Oh, you
thing
were.
in my arms, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You are allowed to use your reaction too if you want.
I'm going to say I'm grappling this other dead creature and won't be able to do that.
The bloated toad man.
Yeah. But as I realize that toad man is dead, I'm going to stand up as this leaps away, and I'm going to spend my movement following it, which will bring me 10 feet away from it.
Yeah.
And I am going to launch a couple of great axes, hand axes into it from a distance.
All right.
The first one's going to be a 13.
That's a hit.
That is going to be a 6 plus a 5, that's 11, plus 2 for rage, a 13.
That's enough.
Oh.
That will do it.
Nice.
So the hand axe sticks into the back of the giant toad's head, and I'm gonna see what's happened to the gal inside. Well, you're still inside, Pinky, but you are no longer restrained. You are blinded, but you are no longer restrained.
You can climb out, is what he's saying.
That's the truth. Anything else you want to do in your turn, Trip?
If that creature falls, is it just the two up in the trees left?
One of them fell down. Of the ones in front, there's one left who's been bloodied, and there's one up in the tree by Ratsy.
Okay, I'll throw the second axe at the one that's fallen down, if I may.
Isn't there also one like stabbing me still?
Yeah, there's one stabbing.
In that case, if there's an active attack, I'll go for that. If I'm
It's
within
been
range.
from the beginning.
Actually, I'm
I've taken
out of
damage
range. I'm going to
every
do that with
round.
advantage, as long as I'm within 60 feet.
The 60. You're within 60 feet. Yeah.
Even with disadvantage, that's going to be a 16.
Yeah, that's a hit.
That's going to be 6 damage.
That's enough to kill it. So that means, let's see, was it this one? Nope. This one. Yes. Kill. So that dies, and as it slumps over, you can see Pinky and Aster, who are very close to it, that it also starts, bloating up, looking really, really fat. Like, it hasn't eaten anything in its life but sugary cakes, and, it's disgustingly fat. And, the fat is running out of its back where the axe hit. It's like
Oh.
popping a fat balloon. It's really nice.
No.
I love the image.
So, Pinky, it's your turn. You're blinded inside a giant toad who'd just fallen down.
Okay, so I'm still in this giant toad, and I'm thinking, I know I have a dagger on me. Is there a way I can, like, slash my way out of this?
Yeah, you know, cinematically you can do that, but, you know, if the toad dies, a swallowed creature is no longer restrained by it and can escape from the corpse using 5 feet of movement, exiting prone. So you can definitely use your dagger like a cinematic thing to do it.
Alright, I fucking, I carve my way out of there, and I just fall to the ground. I start crawling on the ground for air.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, I don't know if I can do anything more since I'm prone.
Well, you've spent 5 feet of movement and you are still prone.
Yeah, okay, well then I'd like to not be prone.
Then you spend half of your movement to a total of 20, and you have 10 feet of movement left and your actions.
Alright, well, there's still a guy above Ratsy, right?
Yeah, Ratsy is it's the farthest away, so it's about 100 feet from you in a straight line.
Yeah, but my spells have the reach of 120. So I'm gonna hurl a mass of chaotic energy and just yeet it over at the creature.
Yeah.
And I also forgot to roll for a spell with the wild magic. So when we roll for wild magic during this spell, I would like to roll twice.
All right.
but
Do you
I'm gonna
roll for
cast-
every spell?
I roll for every spell, yeah.
Oh, nice.
And I'm just gonna first cast the Chaos Bolt. That is an 18. Does that hit?
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
I'm
That's
standing right there, aren't I?
You are. And you are probably going to be covered in goo.
Okay, yeah, well,
That's-
as long as that.
10. Let's see. Oi, oi, oi. That is 10. What is that? Force damage? I think it's force. Yeah, force.
Yeah.
10 force
So-
damage.
So, at the moment that these, you know, let's call them what they are now, because may have heard tales, they are bullywugs. When this little orb of force penetrates his skin and just goes, his innards are, you know, spread across the winds. And I'm sorry, Ratsy, but you're getting the shower of bullywug fat. And the tiny creature that was standing in front of you contains an impossible amount of bodily fluids and fats.
It
And
keeps coming.
Yeah, the parts that fall off the trees when they hit the ground, the piece of arm, it grows, it triples in size, in physical size, and it's a spectacle to behold.
Quite.
All right, so let's roll the table.
Oh,
Yes, okay, and we
Oh,
can do this
yeah.
twice. So I want 1 dice with high and 1 dice with low.
Yeah, you just give me a. Oh yeah. Let's do that first.
Yeah.
The high one,
Yeah.
I got a 4,
Okay.
so you didn't get that one. And the low one is also a 4. That's 2
Woohoo!
4s in a row. So you
Okay.
can give me a D100 roll,
A
please.
D100. Let's see. There it is. That is 10.
10. All right, let's see. You cast Magic Missile as a 5th level spell.
Great. At where?
It doesn't
Um,
specify, so I'm guessing you choose the targets.
All right. For a magic missile, do the targets needs to be alive?
Not really, but there are 1, 2, 3 actually living bullywugs remaining.
Okay, and it's a level 5, so
Yeah.
that's 5 missiles,
Yeah, I believe so.
or is it more?
It's 3 to start with, and second level or higher, it's 1 more dart for each slot above level 1. So it's
4 more, so it's
2,
3
3,
plus
4,
4.
Yeah, so 7 missiles.
Shit. Okay, and there are 3 left?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna give one of them 3, and then the 2 others 2. And then I
Alright.
suppose I'm gonna have to roll a bunch of d4s.
You're a
Yep.
firework today,
it's
Pinky.
1d4 plus 1.
Okay, so one guy takes 4. One guy takes 9 damage.
He's bloodied.
The other, and then another guy takes 7 damage.
He's also bloodied.
And then the last guy takes 6 damage.
Let's see.
And these missiles, you kind of think like when you think about magic missiles, you think they come out of the hands. No. This erupts just out of her in like all different places.
Yeah. The third one dies, and when the 2 missiles, go they just go through him like needles, and while they do, he's sort of expanding in every direction before he slumps to the ground. The 2 remaining, one of the remaining ones, throws his spear down and goes, "Don't kill us! Don't kill us!" And he's attempting, he's using his turn to do this, but I'm not gonna roll my persuasion against you. You're gonna make this decision yourself. And Halrond, it's your turn.
So what do I need to do to get out of the net?
To get out of the net, you can roll a strength check or damage the net by slashing damage.
I have nothing to slash it with.
I think you have a gilded sword, don't you?
Yeah, I do. But I'm not. Yeah, okay, I'll try that.
All right.
Not 20.
Well, is it possible for you to deal less than 5 damage?
Nope.
You graciously carve your way out of the net as you pull the sword out of the sheath, you go swung, and you're standing up, free of the net.
Like a butterfly out of its cocoon. There you
Yeah.
go.
And the one that talked to us, how far away is he?
Yeah, let's say about 20-25 feet.
And the other one?
He's like 20 feet away also, but not in the same direction. They're like,
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna run to the one that didn't speak. And I'm gonna say, you should have talked sooner. And flurry of blows, I'm gonna pummel him to death.
You can certainly try.
22, does that hit?
Yeah, that hits.
So that's 6 damage.
That's enough. That is enough. And he is dead.
So when he bloats up, I'm gonna use the second attack. And that's 17. I know he's dead, but...
Yeah.
And I'm gonna do additional 9 damage, and I'm gonna scream, "You guys hurt my lady!" and I'm hopefully gonna crush his head.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely you will crush his head.
That's
And
gonna be an awkward conversation later, by the way.
and you know, even though
Damn.
the first push, like it's like when you squeeze a balloon.
Yep.
You know, when you punch him in the stomach, everything else gets bloated up, and then when you push him in the face, it's like there's nothing cushioning that there. So you cave the skull in pretty nastily, actually. And at this point, I'm gonna say that if like it's Ratsy's turn, and if Ratsy chooses to respect the final bullywug is on its knees, no weapons, hands in the air. If you're not gonna do anything aggressive, we will exit combat.
Yeah, you may do that because she's probably gonna use her action to just stand there feeling all of this terrible, awful goo just for too many seconds and then slowly like try to wipe it off. So nothing aggressive this turn from Ratsy, you know.
So the bullywug goes, I can take you to our king. You might actually be the one that can save us. And we will end our session there. With that.
Hey.
Can I please get out of the netting? I've been here the whole time. Literally.
I just
That's
take it off
true
and throw it away.
enemy.
Thank
Wow.
Except
Just
our
laying
own
there.
king.
Don't you be hurting my lady. She's gonna
That was
be.
legendary. That was such character improvement. Character
Well,
development
certainly
over here.
a growth.
Sure.
Or...
Don't shoot the horse before you feed it.
Yeah, something like that.
Don't take the fur off the bear before you've
No.
shot it.
No, it's it
As we
might
like
get
to say.
awkward afterwards.
Get
Yes.
awkward.